Ijodiy jamoamiz bilan Buyuk Britaniyaga safarimiz davomida bu mamlakatda yashab kelayotgan bir qator o'zbekistonlik vatandoshlarimiz bilan suhbatda bo'ldik. Turli kasb egalari bo'lgan bu hamyurtlarimiz orasida bir necha 10 yildan buyon shu yerda istiqomat qilayotgan vatandoshlarimiz ham bor. Tabiiyki, ularning farzandlari ham Angliyada voyaga yetmoqda. Bir necha kun oldin qariyb 20 yildan beri Britaniyada istiqomat qilib kelayotgan tajribali pedagog Mardon Yusupov bilan suhbatni taqdim etgan edik. Bugun esa vatandoshimizning to'ng'ich farzandi Imron bilan tanishamiz. Undan qiziqishlari, maktabi, O'zbekistonga 2 marta borganida qanday taassurotlar bilan qaytgani haqida so'radik.
Imron, do tell about us yourself.
Okay, so I'm 14. I live in England. I go to a nice school and I enjoy it there. I have good friends. Mostly they're British, but I have a lot of Muslim friends as well. I like doing tech-related projects, like I built this computer and I'm doing another one right now, and it's really fun for me.
Well, you're Uzbek.
Yeah.
Originally you're Uzbek, but you don't speak Uzbek. How
No.
come is this? You do not speak at all?
No, it's because when I was growing up, my parents tried to make me speak English so I'd fit in better, but then I completely forgot Uzbek in the process.
But do you understand Uzbek when someone speaks?
Yeah, I do understand, because my parents, they spoke Uzbek to me, but I didn't speak Uzbek back. So I understand Uzbek, but I can't speak it back to people.
Have you ever been to Uzbekistan?
Yes, I've been twice. But the first time was when I was very small, so I don't remember. But the second time I do remember, and I did very much like seeing my family again. That's for sure. I also liked the water parks. That was really fun. The weather was really hot because we went in summer, so that was not my kind of thing. And I did really like the Uzbek food, and I wish we had some of that here to the same extent that they do in Uzbekistan.
What did you do when you were in Uzbekistan mostly?
Well, for about 2 weeks we were just in the house, not really doing much. We did go to a wedding, which was really good actually. I forgot to mention, it was amazing. It was like really extravagant. Everyone looked really happy in it. I've never seen something like that before. So that was great. And we also went to some resorts in the mountains, and the scenery was beautiful.
What are your favorite activities?
I like technology, so just doing anything related to tech.
And your studies are the same in your school?
Yeah. I try to do as much tech studies as I can in school.
What would you call your best achievement so far? In sports and in your
Academically, definitely in school. I think I'm quite an academic person. I like learning.
What do you want to become in the future?
I want to be maybe a programmer or someone who builds computers or works for someone who makes computers.
That's really interesting. That's cool. IT, you mean?
Yeah, IT. Somewhere in IT.
Well, please do tell us about your family.
Yeah, so I have a family of 6. My mom, my dad, my 2 younger sisters, and my younger brother. I'm the eldest.
How is it like being in England as an Uzbek person?
I don't feel very Uzbek. I feel more English than I am Uzbek-like. I fit in quite well in England, and I don't fit in that well in Uzbekistan. So I wouldn't say I'm too Uzbek at this point. It feels quite normal, to be honest.
If you had to compare 2 communities, Uzbek and English communities, how would you compare them? What would be the differences between them?
I'd say in England the communities are quite cold. And maybe not as close together as in Uzbekistan. Like, people don't talk as much. You don't really talk with your neighbours. In Uzbekistan, it's much more closely knitted. It's very social. You're always inviting people over and talking with your neighbours. You don't really get that here in England.
That's interesting. Would you please show us your projects, things that you've done so far?
Yeah. So this is my computer that I built. Spent quite a while on that. There's a project I'm doing now, which...
Could you please show us how do they work?
Yeah. So I love this computer. It's my pride and joy. I spent a lot of time researching into it, and it took me quite a long time.
Researching what?
Like what to do, what to buy, like how. I didn't just want to buy it, I also wanted to know how everything worked. So that took a long time as well to learn about how all this stuff works. That was fun.
More about facts and figures?
Yeah, I like the facts and figures.
This is the computer that you have created yourself, you said?
Yeah. Bought every part and put it together myself.
That's cool. Where did you learn it?
YouTube, actually. Mainly YouTube.
Just videos?
Yeah, videos. I have a couple of friends that built the computer, and I asked them for some help as well. But that was helpful, yeah.
Well, if you were to compare your status, I mean, your academic status at your school, in your class, would you say you are one of the top?
Yeah, I would say I'm at the top.
Are your friends doing better?
I try to be friends with people that are doing better than me, so they can push me up to the level. So yeah, most of my friends are better than me.
What are your favorite books? I see lots of books over here.
I like action books, or maybe mystery sometimes. So I love the Sherlock Holmes. I love that. It's great detective books. I also liked like Andy McNabb shooter books, like books about the war, because I also like tanks and things. So this is my horrible histories collection. It's like a bit young for me now, but there's all my history books, and I read through all of those, and I reread them every now and again to remind myself. But they have like lots of points in history, and I like learning about history. So these books I come back to quite a lot.
What is the best part of history that you like?
I like seeing the mistakes that people made, like dumb things that people did. So and then, yeah, that's my favorite bit actually. Seeing the mistakes of the people in the past.
Which one of these books you have all read?
I mean, I'm reading the stories of the prophets.
How do you like it?
I do like it quite a lot. It has quite a bit of information on the prophets, and I find it's quite it's a good resource for me to learn about the prophets.
Whose story you liked most? So far.
So far, I'd say I like Adam's, and it's the first one, but I like it.
Do you read most of the times?
Yeah, I do like reading actually. I read quite a bit.
In addition to reading and your computer exercises, what do you do?
I love swimming. I'm a very good swimmer. I also do judo on top of that, and hockey at school.
Hockey? Do you play on the ice?
No, not ice hockey. We don't do it. Well, no, we don't do a lot of ice hockey in England, but I just play normal hockey on grass, AstroTurf.
Do you read Quran?
Yeah, I do. I think I need to do it more. I've been caught up in my studies recently, so I should have been spending more time on the Quran, but at least once a week I would try to read the Quran. Recently I've been trying to read the Quran in English as well as in Arabic so I can understand it more. But I'd say, yeah, I read the Quran about once a week. Not the whole thing, but I revise my surahs. I know a juz, like the Juz Amma, and then I know like other surahs like Ar-Rahman and Yasin and a bit of Baqarah, like around the Quran.
Could you please recite one of the surahs for us? Anyone, shorter ones?
Sorry, I'm not comfortable.
It's okay. Well, the thing that we want to know is that, do you think the Quran affects your life? If it does, to what extent? How would you find it?
Wait, let me think. I think it does. It definitely.
In what sense?
There's the Quran, like it says so many things I should do and the things I can't do. So obviously, like what's haram, what's halal, a lot of those things are said in the Quran. So that affects like my daily thing. Because in England, it's not a Muslim country, so I can't just go out and eat whatever food. I have to make sure it's halal. So that definitely affects me. And I try to take lessons from the stories of the prophets that I mentioned in the Quran. Like I like to see their messages and try to implement it in my life. I think I could do a better job, but I do try my best.
Who teaches you Arabic?
I don't learn Arabic.
How come you read in?
I learned Arabic, like how to read it and
Just
how
language.
just the letters and the tajweed, like when I was younger, a few years ago. And I had a teacher then, but now I don't have a teacher. I just read it.
You're learning from your parents or what?
I learn usually just by reading the book, or maybe my parents will help me as well, but usually I just learn by reading the book. Yeah, self-studying.
Well, in England there are loads of people from different religions, right? You study with them actually.
Yeah.
How it feels, the community, and how do you communicate? Do they respect your religion? Do you respect their religion?
Yeah, I think generally the respect is really, really strong. Like, in my school we have, like, even, it's not a Muslim school, but we have a Muslim society where we do prayers. They have a Christian society where they do Christian things, and a Sikh one, and all this. But so we respect each other a lot. You always let someone practice their religion. Like, I was on school trips and I had to pray. My teachers were fine with that. They're like, it's okay. The respect is really good. I mean, there are some people that don't like, they're very anti-Muslim, don't like you, but I luckily haven't seen those people. The people I know, they're quite respectful. They don't usually bring it up, and if they do, it's in a respectful way.
So you were okay with them in your community?
Yeah, it's completely fine. I actually like learning about stuff anyway, so it's nice. I have lots of cultures, so I like to see the world from a broad perspective, so it's nice to see their perspectives too.